You're listening to a Prairie Punk House Companion right here on the Prairie Punk Press Network. The views expressed by any host or any guest on the Prairie Punk House Companion are the personal views or opinions of the people who express them and do not reflect the views or opinions of anyone else on the show or any company, employer, or any other organization that the individual expressing them has or will affiliate with in the past, present, or future. Hi, everybody. You're listening to a Prairie Punk House Companion. We're on episode 34. My name's Neckbone.
Hi, I'm Jerbear, and I have just developed a cough. Hooray.
Yeah, I can tell you have what I call grandma voice right now.
Yeah, I got a fucking frog in my throat.
Yeah. I call it grandma voice because my grandma smoked like 2 packs of cigarettes a day,
Yeah.
so that's just what she sounded like.
Hey, why did the pony go to the doctor?
Because it was a little hoarse.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
was a
okay.
little hoarse.
Yeah.
Mhm. So it is the middle of May.
Yeah.
Today was the last day of school for my kids. My oldest is now a high school graduate. She has one more exam because she's in the International Baccalaureate program. So she's done with school. She graduated with a 4.48 GPA,
Hey, how's that work?
and it's weighted GPA because she's in honors classes and shit like that. So
Okay.
it's weighted. If it wasn't weighted, I think it would be like 3.9, I think,
Okay.
something like that.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah. She was top 5%. No,
Nice.
she was not top 5%, top five in her school. She was the fifth highest GPA in her class of 330 about.
That's awesome.
But she has one last exam in French tomorrow, and then she is done with high school forever. And
Nice.
tonight was my eighth grade promotion. So they
Hmm.
had a little, they drove by the middle school and staff and parents shot silly string at them. So it was a good time. And I was
Nice.
covered in silly string.
Out of curiosity, what was your
Mhm.
GPA at the end of high school?
Uh, Under three?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
two
never
something.
I never technically finished high school, but I did
Yeah.
get my equivalency. So
Yeah.
my GPA was low enough to where it was just kind of like, well, there's no point.
School is much different now than it was for us. I mean, I
Mm,
graduated in 90, we both graduated or should have graduated in 97.
yeah.
The tools that were available for us just weren't there like they are today.
Yeah.
There are so many different tools kids can access and are the ability for students to learn in different ways rather than just rote memorization is really great now. At least in my school district, we have a lot of options, and it seems a lot better for kids because, when we were in school, it was this is how you do it. This is what you do. And
Hmm.
doesn't if that method of learning doesn't work for you, you're fucked.
Tough.
And
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of, I mean, there was an amount of laziness on my part, but
Sure.
a lot of it was, it just wasn't engaging for me, and I was
Hmm.
bored.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people talk about like that one teacher who really stepped in and made a difference, and that never happened for me. I assume it
Hmm.
didn't happen for you
No.
because you have a, fairly similar educational history. To
Yeah.
me, I would say yours was probably even worse since you
I didn't even
left
finish.
school and got your
Yeah.
equivalency because it was so difficult for you. Um,
Yeah, I didn't have my
Not that you
Edward
weren't
James
smart
Olmos.
enough. You weren't
Right. Right.
Clearly
Right.
it's not intelligence based. It's different ways
Right.
of learning.
Well, I had when I got my yeah, I'm a high school dropout with a master's degree. But when I got my
Right.
master's, I got a 4.0.
Right.
It,
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of that was just, I was older, had the maturity to do it. I didn't really knock it out of the park for my bachelor's. I think I had a 2.8 when I graduated, which is, I mean, C's get degrees, so
Right.
it's fine.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah, like,
you had, I mean, there was a lot of chaos going on when you were getting your bachelor's degree
I mean, I
too.
was living in
So,
punk
you know,
houses when I was getting my
right.
bachelor's
Yeah,
degree.
that's what I'm
So I was
saying.
just like
Like,
drinking every night and like going
yeah.
and like watching bands play and shit. Like I wasn't sitting down and doing my homework and being studious. I went to the library every once in a while because it was the only way I could get
Hmm.
anything done.
Right.
Otherwise, I'd
Yeah,
just like
my
somebody would walk in and be like, "Let's get drunk," and I'd go, "Okay, well, screw homework. I'm just gonna get drunk."
my one semester of college,
Hmm.
I was homeless for more than half of it. I was heavily addicted to alcohol
Yeah.
and recreationally using other substances. So it
Hmm.
was not the time for me to be going to school.
Right. Right. Probably the wrong time. And we did, as my mug implies, we did both go to KU, the University of
Yes.
Kansas. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. And the first thing my wife did when we got married was pay off my student loan debt from that one semester because
nice.
12 years later, I still hadn't paid
Oh,
any of it. But I
I'm
never made
still
enough
paying mine
money, so
off.
I went.
Yeah.
Well, I only had loans for one semester,
Right.
and most of it was Pell Grants. So a lot of it
Nice.
was there was no it was interest free. But yeah, she was like, why are you carrying this debt around? We're gonna pay this. I was only like $1,200, and like we figured
Oh
out a payment
God.
plan and just
Yeah.
paid it.
I wish my student loan debt was $1,200.
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus.
Um, so that's what's been going on with me. I'm very tired I had a very busy weekend with graduation, and
Hmm.
I uh I volunteered with project graduation, which is a thing that the high school does to keep graduates from getting into trouble on graduation night.
Hmm.
So I was there from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then I had to work at 8 a.m. So I
Nice.
only got about 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
My after school or my after graduation activity was having a party in the field behind the school. And we thought it was a good idea and that we wouldn't get caught, but it was right behind our school.
Hmm.
So yeah, of course the cops were keeping an eye on it and shut it down.
Right. And for people
That's
who
okay.
don't
We just moved the
know,
party somewhere else.
right. For people who aren't in the know, Heights High School, where Jerry Bear went to high school, is basically in the middle of nowhere. Like it
Oh,
is
it's not
just surrounded
anymore,
by like,
dude.
oh, is it not?
No, it's fully
Back in the
developed
day, it
all around
was.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's housing
Okay.
surrounding the school now. It's wild.
Well, back
And
in the day, it was
yeah, it
just
was
empty
fields. It was
fields. And I went
fields.
to Wichita East High School, which
Yeah,
is like close to downtown. So
right.
very different high school
How many kids
experience.
went to East?
About
3,000-ish?
2,500. I'd say about
2,500, okay.
2,500.
So
Yeah.
we had 1,500 at Heights and we
Hmm.
had about th I think we had 360 in my graduating class.
At the time, Wichita East was, I think, tied with Lawrence High for the biggest high school in Kansas, but now
Oh,
Lawrence
really?
and Free State have split into two high schools. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
East is probably the biggest now.
Yeah,
So
I would guess so.
yeah.
Wichita just officially hit population of 400,000.
Ooh, beat out St. Louis. Good job.
Yeah. And that's, that's not the metropolitan area, that is the city proper.
Yeah.
So with, surrounding suburbs and shit,
Hmm.
I think we're probably close to 600,000.
Yeah. You just need to get an arch.
And there were tornadoes in Kansas.
Yeah.
Not last night, but the night before, so that was fun.
Hmm.
And yeah, I guess that's my status update.
Yeah. No status update for me. There's nothing new is happening. I'm just working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working every day. My part-time job has become a lot more demanding. That's why I'm tired all the time.
Yeah.
So now I basically have, instead
My
of one full-time and one part-time job, I basically have two full-time jobs.
lame.
Yeah.
My full-time job is stifling.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's I like what I do well enough, but the culture there is a little bit outside of what I'm used to. So
Yep.
I'm sure
Same.
it'll just take some getting used to.
Yeah.
Um,
So if anybody wants to pay us massive salaries to continue to do this,
Yeah.
so we can quit our day jobs and do this
Hmm.
full time, we'll put out way more episodes
Yeah.
and all kinds of other
And
stuff
higher
too.
quality.
Yeah, we can actually learn how to use our equipment properly.
Yeah. Set up a proper space.
And not have to do it at like almost 10 p.m. to midnight
Yep.
when we're
Hmm.
falling asleep in the middle of
Yeah.
recording.
True.
So, because we're
Um,
old and 10 p.m. is bedtime usually for me.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot one other thing. I am in a band now. We have yet to decide on a name, but we are doing, we started off because we don't really know each other. I know the
Mm,
guitar player. I played with him for a little bit. He's typically a drummer in his music ventures, but he's playing guitar. And he's the only one I knew before this.
hmm
So as a getting to know you exercise, we're doing a couple cover songs, and one of them is going to be Doom, Nazi Die. Um, I picked that very specifically because it seems like Nazi activity is picking up in Wichita. I made a post on our socials over the weekend that somebody's been posting Celtic crosses
hmm
with the center part of the cross, the vertical part of the cross being the fascist,
hmm
the bundle,
Yeah.
Italian fascist bundle thing.
Yeah.
And on the top it says youth something, I don't remember, and at the bottom says blood and honor.
Oh, yeah.
So
hmm
uh it's clearly
Not even dog whistles
Nazi
anymore.
bullshit. No, it's
Yeah.
not dog
Not
whistles at
not even
all.
dog whistles. It's just
Um,
blatant.
yeah, the drummer for the band I'm in now,
hmm
he sent it to me.
Yeah.
He found it downtown. Because, okay, so history lesson on this. In 2016, after Trump won the first time, uh, fascist activity picked up as well. You had that Charlottesville shit, you had the Proud Boys, you had Adam Waffen, all that shit. Um, I'm really vocal about my anti-fascism, anti-Nazi stance, and this fucking metalhead around town was I don't want to say he was running cover for fascists, but he was definitely downplaying the threat. And every time I said something about Nazis, he would jump in and say that they're not a real threat and that they're just a bunch of nerds who, aren't serious and we shouldn't be worried about them. And so I was talking about that at band practice, and so the drummer saw those stickers posted around town and sent them to me. He's like, maybe dude needs to see this, see if they're a real threat. Because I mean that is threatening behavior. That is, I mean, the stickers were
Yeah, for
posted
sure.
over a trans pride flag and over
Mm.
an anti-Nazi sticker.
Yeah.
Uh, so they put their fascist stickers over that. And then somebody else sent me the same pictures of the same stickers other places around town. So, yeah, I think that counts as a threat and that we need to be vocal about our opposition to fascism. So,
Yeah.
hopefully we can play some shows soon and can play
Right.
Nazi Die and you know, hopefully
hmm
be more vocal about uh, how Wichita is anti-Nazi and they don't have a
Right.
fucking place here.
Right. For
So,
sure. And to be clear too, every place, no matter where you live, should be anti-Nazi.
mhm,
Uh, don't give them any
absolutely.
no safe spaces, no havens. They get
No.
nowhere. They get nothing.
And then you get fucking centrists coming in like, what about tolerance? What
No.
about the left tolerance? Like, fuck you. I don't have tolerance for Nazis.
No. Right.
Nazis' existence is violence.
If you
They,
have one Nazi in your space that is welcome there, then you have a Nazi space.
yeah, for sure.
That's all there is to it. So
So yeah, that really sucks. But, hopefully we'll play some shows soon and yell about how we hate Nazis. They're not
Yeah,
welcome.
which
And
should be
yeah,
everybody's cruising speed.
that should be the norm. That should be base level.
Hmm.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
uh, some people don't understand that.
which is weird to me. I mean, I remember that even being something we understood in the 90s.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me that people still don't understand that now, even.
Yeah. It's strange. I don't get it.
Yeah. Even in my most apolitical period, I was still very anti-Nazi because Nazis just suck.
How could you not be? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't get it. Unless you're a fucking racist yourself and think
Right.
that's okay.
Hmm.
It's not okay. Even a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other song we're covering is the Verrucker's How Do You Sleep? Yep. Classic D-beat stuff. As far as D-beat goes, I prefer them to Discharge. I kind of think Discharge is overhyped.
Didn't you
I
used
know I'll
to
get some hate for that, but
didn't you used to have a bunch of Discharge records?
no.
Whose were there were some at our
I
house.
never
Whose were
cared for
they?
them. I don't know. Not mine.
Okay.
I have never really liked
I
Discharge. I've
assumed they were
always thought
yours
they were
'cause
pretty mid.
they weren't mine, so I always assumed they were
Are
yours.
you
Yeah, I don't
sure
know
they
whether
were when we lived together and not when you lived with other punks?
I might be thinking about Central House too. I don't know.
I Central House tracks more than with me because I've never really liked Discharge.
Okay. All right. Joe, who listened to Discharge? Can you answer that?
Joe did
What was it, Joe? Okay.
probably.
Somebody did. It was Joe, Ray, Nick, I don't know. Ryan,
Yeah.
who knows?
I mean, it could have been any of them.
Yeah.
No diss against them. I just never cared for them.
Yeah.
I always thought other people did it better and more interesting.
Mm.
I know
I got
they're
yeah, I
kind
got
of
I
the
got nothing against
progenitors
him.
of it, but
I never listened to him a lot. I mean, other than when
I
people
like their
played at
metal
the
record.
house. What's that?
I like their hair metal record.
Mm.
Ask Johnny about that.
Okay. Johnny, tell us about
Johnny,
Discharge's hair metal
Johnny,
record.
tell Neckbone about Discharge's hair metal record.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it like Bad Religion's prog rock record? We have
Oh,
odd albums by bands you wouldn't expect to make them.
I mean, it's straight up butt rock, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you might confuse it for Iron Maiden.
Oh,
Only
interesting.
worse.
Yeah. Fascinating.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I almost said Def Leppard, but it's not that bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
It's,
Iron Maiden was one of the first metal bands I ever listened to when I first
yeah,
started getting into metal.
listen, I like Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
but they're not a
Th-
punk band.
no, they're definitely not. But thank you, Columbia House
Yeah.
Records, for introducing
Did
me.
you pay your penny?
I did. Yeah.
I did that too. I think everybody from our generation did that at least one time, if not multiple times.
Yeah, for sure. Then you get the
It was
catalog
a
with all
rite
like
of
the,
passage.
yeah, you get the catalog with all more records and t-shirts and stuff in it.
May the force be long and prosperous with you.
So say we all.
I don't know that reference. My references got away from me.
Yeah. I was expecting a Firefly reference from you. That was next up.
Oh, there can be only one.
That's Highlander. Close enough. Fuck it. You know the movie
Throughout
about
every generation, there's one
Highlander?
chosen.
Highlander is a movie about Scottish stuff in
Hmm.
Scotland that
Hmm.
has Sean Connery in it.
Hmm.
And Sean Connery is
Plays
not
an
playing a
Italian.
Scottish person. He's not playing a Scottish person in a movie starring Sean Connery that's all about Scotland. And he's not playing a Scottish person. He's playing a Spanish person,
Right.
but he
Ah, I
has a
thought it was
Scottish
Italian.
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
He
somebody
even has
should
a
have.
line. I think he has a line in the movie where he says, "What is this land of Scotland? I've never heard of it before." And you're like, "Get the fuck out of here, Sean!" Like you're not even trying. You're just
You
phoning
know,
it in.
Alanis Morissette should have used that as a reference in her song "Ironic,"
Ironic. She should
because
have.
that's
Yeah.
actually ironic instead of all the things
It's
that she listed were just stuff that kind of sucked.
right, 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 right. This is
Yeah.
what we call a backdoor pilot.
Yeah. Right. Our
Mm.
second one, 'cause
Yeah.
we've done that. We've done one already.
we
At least
have
one.
this is another backdoor pilot. So yeah, like
We are
so yeah,
backdoor
yeah,
men.
because my second job has been so demanding on top of my first job. I've had a lot of anxiety. I've been sleeping right, which has led to me having some mental health issues. Yeah, so
What what's your flavor of mental health issues?
well, I'm already kind of neurodivergent on top of
Mm,
that. But it so when I get really stressed and anxious, like I haven't been able to sleep, so I'll wake up at like 4:35 a.m.
mm.
So it has led to me going to the gym a lot. So the gym opens at 5, so I just go because I'm like, well, what else am I doing? So yeah. So that's how I've been dealing with mine. But yeah, it manifests itself in just anxiety. I'm always thinking about like, well, what did I forget? What did I forget to do? What like did I do this? And just constantly checking and rechecking the same shit.
The last, I don't know, about 2 months, my anxiety has been really fucking bad too.
Mhm.
And when my anxiety gets really bad, it turns into like a depressive spiral. So I get like really depressed and like doomery and like not well at all. Last week was really, 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 I had a really bad week last week with it and had to went to the doctor and was like, I need something for like emergency anxiety attacks because like the normal like my daily medication does fine most of the time, but like if there's ever an emergency, I'm fucked. I don't have anything that I can do to calm me down.
Yeah.
So I got some new meds for that.
Hmm.
Um, hydroxyzine. It's actually an antihistamine, but it
Hmm.
also like calms you down. Um, so Wednesday I had a really bad day. That's when I went to the doctor and he called me in a prescription. And I had a meeting that night uh, for some of my political activities that I do. And I knew it was going to be a rough meeting. So I really was hoping for those new meds. But my pharmacy couldn't fill the prescription until the next evening, and it was bad. And I went into my meeting and I was like, we do a check-in with how we're doing and stuff, and I was like, today's been a nerve-shattering hell ride, and I don't want to be here, so you're gonna have to
Hmm.
deal with that tonight. And then I wound up yelling at some people because they pushed me and they got what they got,
Yeah.
and luckily, the next day they were able to fill it, and I, had a little bit better day. It was still like high anxiety day, but I got the meds and I took them. But
Hmm.
then it wiped me out, made me so tired I could hardly function. I took
Yeah.
it after I got off work, so I didn't have to like struggle through work. But it sucks. And you know, living under the boot of capitalism doesn't fucking
Hmm.
help because as a worker your labor is the commodity. So,
Yeah.
like, employers don't give a fuck if
Hmm.
you're sick or mentally ill or having a rough day. Uh,
Right.
you're either there or you don't get paid, or you have to take
Mm.
vacation day pay or whatever.
Yeah.
And, it's not really great for people that struggle. And I don't usually struggle, but I've been struggling lately, and I think it has to do with this job. It's high stress, very high
Yeah.
turnaround. And one of the things that I think triggers anxiety at work is silence. Like I'm stuck in my own head all day because they don't allow us to listen to headphones
Really?
or even music or radio in the office because it's too distracting.
That's odd.
So I just have to be stuck in my fucking head all day.
Hmm.
And, sometimes it's a fine place to be, other times
Right.
it's not. And, I have trouble with silence anyway. You know, from living with me, I
Yeah.
like don't do well with silence. It really fucks with me.
I mean, there was a reason why music was on all the time at our house,
Yeah, I
pretty
couldn't
much
like
constantly.
uh
Yeah.
so I think that's a trigger for it is just the how quiet it is in the office.
Hmm.
I talk with my coworker throughout the day and stuff, but it's still, you know,
Right.
it's still a lot of time in my head.
That's
That's rough.
that's strange to me
So,
that you're not allowed to listen to music or anything, even on like a single ear, even like one,
you know,
just one
I
headphone,
mean
so you can still hear.
that's what I would do at my last job, but
Yeah.
um so the jobs that we do are like listed in random numerical order. It's not really random. But to anybody that doesn't know the aircraft industry or whatever, it would be random numbers to you.
Yeah.
And, you have to be precise in data entry and putting all this stuff in these reports and test plans and stuff, which I completely understand. You have to focus, but I at least can focus while listening to something quietly in
Right.
my ears. It actually helps me focus better, but
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
don't know.
listening to music helps me focus to do my job.
Yeah,
Can't deal with
same.
silence. Yeah.
My doctor asked me if I had ever thought of or considered ketamine therapy, and I was like, "Is that legal?" And
Hmm.
he's like, "Yeah, in a clinical setting it is." So, I have an appointment with a psychiatrist,
Hmm.
uh,
I think psychiatrists are
in
the ones that can
that can
prescribe
do
you
medical.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in July, I'm going to see a psychiatrist, and we're going to talk about other options for medications.
Hmm.
Um, I've avoided benzos just because of addiction issues that I have.
Right.
I don't want to, you know, trade alcohol addiction for benzo addiction,
Right.
even as a mental health tool. But we'll see what happens there. And, I talked to my wife a little bit about ketamine therapy, and
Hmm.
she's like, with your history, I don't know that that's a great idea. I'm like, well, I'm
Right.
pretty sure it's a clinical setting, and they don't give you ketamine to go home with. You do it
Right.
there, and uh, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm even interested. I would like to learn more about it, but
Hmm.
um, I'm also curious about microdosing. Um,
Yeah.
because everybody could use a little ego death every now and again. But yeah, I don't know. I think I know it's not legal in Kansas, but I think you can in like Oregon and Washington maybe.
Yeah. Illinois.
Uh, oh,
It's legal
Illinois
in
does
Illinois.
too.
Pretty
That's
sure
cool.
it's legal in Illinois. Yeah.
Cool.
Hmm.
Um,
Illinois listeners get hit me back if it's not. I
yeah,
think it is. Yeah.
Johnny,
Yeah,
you're not in
Johnny.
Illinois, but
It's
because of
Minnesota.
Johnny.
It's just Illinois light. It's fine.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah, so that sucks.
Mm.
Dealing with that. This week's better.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a reason we were drawn to punk rock and to uh, alcohol.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's because our
Right.
brains don't work right.
I mean, I've also discovered, recently because I so rarely drink now. Not
Hmm.
that, I didn't have an addiction problem or anything. I was always a drunk, but I was never an alcoholic.
Right, right, yeah.
Um, but I've discovered that a lot of the courage I had came from being drunk.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So like, since I don't really drink anymore or rarely, and when I do, I have like, like one or two beers or a
Hmm.
glass of wine with dinner or something like that. Like, or maybe like a single cocktail if I like have to go out with people somewhere. Like I'll have a single cocktail, but like I'm like, man, that was all that crap I did in my 20s. It was all just liquid courage.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
Yeah.
drinking. And
Well,
my
I
anxiety's been
mean,
off the charts because I'm like, man, I don't really drink anymore. So yeah.
I remember in Lawrence, I made a conscious decision to fake confidence.
Hmm.
Um, And I was like, I'm just gonna fake it. And I did, and I gained a lot of
Right.
confidence, but I also drank a lot more once I
Yeah.
started doing that. I drank a lot in Kansas City and had
Yeah.
problems in Kansas City, but Lawrence is way worse, way worse than Kansas City was as far as my drinking went.
And I think in Lawrence, it seemed like because we both really wanted to be these confident people,
Hmm.
it seemed like we mistook confidence for being an asshole too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like we're just like, if I'm
Well,
just a
I think
bigger
it,
asshole, then I'll seem more confident. And it was just kind of,
well, that's part of it, but I also think that part of it was joking about being
yeah.
an asshole, and then
Mm,
that joke going too far and
hmm.
kind of like taking on that persona a little more
Right.
seriously
Then you just actually
than
become the asshole that you're
right.
pretending to
Yeah,
be.
yeah. You
Yeah.
joke about it for so long, it kind of becomes like when you make fun of someone's vernacular, make fun of slang, and you make fun of it enough, and it becomes part of your vernacular, you know?
Right. Hmm.
So that kind of that joking about being an asshole
Yeah.
definitely manifested itself within us.
Right. And it does, like, that, doing stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why language is so powerful. So all those people are like, I'm just joking about being racist. Well, like eventually you're just racist.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
yeah. When like where's the line?
right.
And
Because
like
we were just joking about being assholes, and then we just became assholes.
yeah,
So,
well, I c- I don't I don't understand how you could joke about that stuff because like
right.
the words
Yeah.
feel gross in my mouth. Like
Right. Where's the joke?
it's
What's the
right.
bit?
Yeah.
Explain, please
Yeah.
explain it. I don't
Explain
get
it to
it.
me like I'm five.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because yeah, it's not really funny.
no. Well, a lot of that stuff is just the same jokes over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again too. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just like, well, this is offensive, but I think the most offensive part is how just it not funny it is.
Banal. Just
Yeah.
completely fucking banal.
Yeah. And you just keep
Yeah.
saying it and the joke's not landing because it's not
Mhm.
funny. You just keep saying
Right.
it. Do you
Yeah,
get
it's
it?
not
No, I get it. It's just stupid.
right,
Yeah.
and that's like, oh, you can't say you can't make any jokes anymore. People get offended. Like, it's not offensive. It's
Right.
dumb.
Right.
It's
Right.
cheap edginess.
If yeah.
It's not new or interesting, and you're just being an asshole. Like,
And it's, if you want to be
it's not
funny,
clever. It's
yeah.
not witty. It's just being a shitty person.
If you want to be funny and people just aren't laughing at your jokes anymore, maybe just be funnier. Figure
Right.
out a way to be funnier. Because, I guarantee you the audience isn't the problem.
Right.
Large groups of people aren't the problem. If nobody's
No.
laughing, then it's probably just not funny.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Right.
Like anybody is offended by any of that fucking milquetoast shit he has to say
I,
anyway.
I
Like, what is he worried about?
right.
I can't even make jokes anymore. Your jokes aren't funny. It's
Right.
not about, you're not offensive. I mean, you're as offensive as white bread.
Right. Yeah. I would like to
Shut the fuck
know
up.
what jokes he told that people found offensive. Maybe the offense was that they weren't funny. Maybe that was the
Yeah,
big
that's it.
offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal with airplanes? Oh, yeah, dude. What is the deal with them?
Right.
Cool. Yeah. Great observation. Where's the
Hmm.
humor, though?
No idea. I think we've talked about that, how like when I first started watching Seinfeld, I was a big fan of the TV show Seinfeld, written by Larry David, who actually
Hmm.
is funny.
Yes.
Um, and I thought part of the joke was that we were following the antics of this comedian, the guy who's a professional comedian who just isn't that funny. I thought that was part of the bit
I'm still not convinced it's not.
because the first few seasons, the episodes would start with him doing stand up.
Right. I
You know,
think
he had
all of them
bump,
did,
bump,
didn't
bump,
they?
bump, bump. No, they cut that out in like the
Oh,
fourth
okay.
or fifth season, I think.
Okay.
Um, But yeah, just start with him, wearing a suit slightly too big, doing stand up.
Mhm.
Um, with the the brick wall or the red curtain or whatever behind him.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, this is always the least funny part of the show
Yep.
is him doing a stand up. Did you say beets for breakfast?
Eggs?
Oh, eggs. I
Eggs
said
for
beets.
breakfast? No.
Beets for
Ugh.
breakfast?
Beets are fucking gross. I would eat beets for anything.
Eat beets for breakfast.
No. Beans and toast?
hmm Yeah, beans and toast, a nice
Beans and toast.
British,
Hmm. Hey,
an English breakfast, if you will.
uh, you lived there for a little while.
I did. Yeah.
When you eat beans and toast, are the beans cold?
No, no, they're warm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're very flavorless. They're not
Well,
they're not
yeah.
baked beans the way that you think of baked
No, it's
beans.
like pork and beans, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like it's a little more ketchupy, less barbecuey.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's again like a tomato sauce. The
Hmm.
beans are not very good. In fact, I was
Are
absolutely
they navy
shocked at how
beans?
little flavor the beans actually had. And I am a white man from Kansas. I
Hmm.
am pretty used to some flavorless food,
Hmm.
but man, I was like, wow, these just have no flavor to them at all.
They
They were
did come out.
shockingly flavorless. Yeah. I apologize to our English audience, but I'm sorry, beans on toast, I just don't get it. I don't get it still.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
To our English listener,
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
Uh,
one. Shout out to our listener in Scunthorpe or wherever you live.
we have a new guy at work who's a limey,
hmm
but I think he's been here so long that his accent is very, very, very subtle.
Oh,
It's
okay.
only pokes out every now and again.
Is
It's
he
pretty
is
funny.
he from one
I
of
have
those
no clue.
random
I don't know.
places like Slough
No
or
clue.
something? No. Okay.
No clue. I don't talk to him very much
Oh, okay.
because he's a limey. I don't want
Oh,
nothing to do
you
with them.
God, you racist bastard. Those are my people you're talking about there.
I know. And mine, actually, it turns out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm mostly Scottish, but also English and Welsh and Irish. So
Yeah.
all
I mean,
British Eilish in general.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the distinction there is, I mean, I know the
It's
people that live in those countries
yeah.
think there's a pretty big distinction, but I mean, the
I mean,
landmass of the British Isles is not that big.
it's not. Uh, the island of Great Britain is, I think, approximately the size of, yeah, like Kansas and Missouri together,
Hmm.
basically.
Yeah.
That for the entire United Kingdom
Hmm.
combined. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not much of a distinction. I will say that like if you have to wave one of the flags, pick up the Welsh flag. It has a fucking dragon on it. Why wouldn't you want a
Fuck
flag
yeah.
with a dragon on it? What's wrong
Yeah.
with you if you
Why
don't
why
want that?
didn't they incorporate that into the Union Jack? I
Because
think there
they're
should be a
scared.
dragon
They
in
should
the
just,
middle of
I
the
mean, they
Union
should, the
Jack.
Welsh flag should just represent the entire island
I mean,
because it's the coolest one. Come on.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome to our Welsh listener, whoever you are, there
We
in
appreciate you.
Aberystwyth or wherever the fuck you are. I'm going to keep naming random British places throughout the episode. So,
Do it.
mhm.
Keep up the good work.
To our listener there in John O'Groats. I mean, we have the same place names, but we threw a new in front of all of ours. So, it's
Well,
newer.
and mispronounce them.
That's true. Yeah. We do love that.
Greenwich.
Yeah. Right. To our audience member, Johnny, I mean,
Hmm.
Johnny and Joe, to our
Hmm.
two audience members. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're just exhausted. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Hey, why don't we open up the phone lines for some
Okay, let's
calls?
open up the phone lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us a
We're,
call at the number that we're
yeah.
at.
Call us.
And yeah, ask us your
Well,
questions.
yep. My wife had that good idea of who's more punk,
Oh,
and
right.
we've only done it the one time.
That's right. We should do it again. Who we got?
We should.
Yeah.
Um, Man, I don't know.
Gotta think of
I
two
feel like
people.
we got to think of two people.
It's tough. It's
All right.
tough.
Hey,
Billions of people on the planet. We have to think of two of them. This is
uh,
hard.
and figure out who's more punk.
Who is out of two?
Callers, offer suggestions of who we should battle between punkness. Oh,
Mm.
you know what I did think of that I did want to talk about?
What's that?
Uh, we're talking about Nazis and shit earlier.
Hmm.
Glenn fucking Danzig put out a record cover
Yeah.
with
The
Sonneger out on it.
yeah, the Black Sun. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real fucking cool there, Glenn Danzig.
Right. I forget
Uh,
what post it was. I remember somebody posted something about it, and I gave a quick little history lesson in the comments because yeah,
mm,
that symbol, that is not an ancient symbol. That's not
no,
something that can be
that's
reclaimed or anything. It was created by the SS
1930s.
specifically. Yeah. So for use for
Yeah.
the SS and then just generally for Nazis in general, it was created to look like an ancient symbol, but it's
Hmm.
not one. It's
No.
completely made up.
Yep.
So it has no
It's
other connotations. Yeah.
straight up Nazi bullshit. Glenn
Yeah.
Danzig. Fuck you.
And it's called the Black Sun, and it's a fake fake faux ancient symbol that the Nazis
Yep.
used. So whenever you see it, it's yeah, it means nothing, but it just means Nazis. It doesn't mean
Yep.
anything else.
Yeah, who was that? Was that guy from Florida who ran against Trump for a little bit?
DeSantis
Yeah, DeSantis. He used Black Sun in some of his video like I
did
think a
he?
YouTube ad or something or
Did
a
he?
TikTok ad. Yeah.
Why? What?
Uh Supposedly
Mm,
he was not in charge of that. It was a staffer that made the ad or the TikTok or what the fuck ever it was.
mm,
And they were fired after that happened, but it was a straight up black sun
yeah.
in the thing.
We're beyond dog whistles. No more dog whistles. It's just
Yeah,
blatant
man,
now.
it's just straight up fascism.
Right.
And
But don't
it's not even a
don't
question.
trust your lying eyes.
Right. Well, just don't worry. Schumer's going to write a strongly worded letter with
Right.
8 tough questions.
Oh yeah. Joe Biden has cancer.
No, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Really aggressive cancer, and just surprise, they just found out. Bullshit, they didn't just find
Right.
out.
They've known since
They've known.
they've known since he swore in the first
You
time.
don't, you're the president. You get regular checkups. You
Right.
don't have cancer so bad that it
Mm.
metastasizes to the bone and
Yeah.
not know about it.
Right. Which
They kept
does
it from the public. It's
yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Which does make me think that if he had run again, that he was going to step down. That was his plan was to run, win,
Uh,
and step down. Because I mean, how
I don't think so.
there's no way he could like what he's going to be dead within a few months.
I think that his wife and his staffers were propping him up, and he was just
Hmm.
kind of dawdling his way through, not
Hmm.
really knowing what's going on. He clearly has dementia as
Right.
well,
Absolutely,
and
he does. Yeah. Trump
probably
too.
didn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of
Before
course.
before anyone gets excited and says, "Ooh, they're slamming on the Dems." Yeah, yeah. Trump also has dementia.
Yeah,
Listen to that guy talk. Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe we shouldn't have people who are octogenarians running the frickin' country forever.
right. Yeah.
You know?
Not only do we live in oligarchy, it's
Mhm.
an oligarchic gerontocracy.
It
Those are
is.
hard words to say
You
when
got it.
you're this tired.
You got it. That's 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 right. I mean, that's why you got that
Mhm.
2.8 high school GPA and I didn't even
True.
graduate. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can stumble my way through a couple of big
That's right.
words.
That's yeah. That's why you got that 2.8, man.
Yep.
C's get degrees.
I'm still waiting on my degree. Someday I'll get an honorary degree.
Someday. Yeah.
KU will give me an honorary degree once our podcast blows up.
Well, I've started my own university, so I'll give you an honorary
Oh,
degree right now.
hey, can I have
Hmm.
a doctorate?
Sure. What you wanted in?
What? Uh, awesome pants.
You got it.
Excellent.
It's
I'm a
yours.
doctor of awesome pants.
That's right, doctor. So the next
Doctor?
time you can use that now. Next time you're
Hmm.
at a restaurant and somebody says, Mister, when calling
I
your
get to
name, you
correct
can
them and say,
go,
ah,
yeah,
doctor.
it's
No,
doctor,
it's
actually.
doctor.
And when someone says,
True fact.
is there a doctor in the house? You can go save a life.
I say, ahoy, hoy.
So I actually have three PhDs
Mhm.
currently. I have one in healing touch. I
Okay.
have one in cryptozoology and one
Uh-huh.
in parapsychology
Nice.
that I got through Thunderwood College Online. Mr.
Excellent.
Power, our
Uh-huh.
patron,
Uh-huh.
turned me on to Thunderwood College Online.
Nice.
He
Excellent.
has scores of degrees, PhDs
Uh-huh.
from Thunderwood College Online. So I encourage everybody to go to Thunderwood College Online if it still exists
Uh-huh.
and go ahead and get those PhDs so we can just all be doctors, just all of
Excellent.
us. Yeah.
Uh uh Dr. Bone? Is that what you would is that your official title?
Dr. Bone,
Dr. Bone?
Dr.
Neck
Bone.
bone?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Dr.
Uh
Bonnet.
oh. Dr. Boner?
Yeah, that's right.
Uh Can
I
you tell me
think.
a little bit more about this healing touch? And do you actually have to touch, or can you just hover over a spot that you want to heal?
Oh, I gotta touch.
How 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 much pressure of the touch
Much as you
is
want,
necessary for healing? Is the
much as
more
you want.
pressure the more healing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah, the more pressure, the more healed you'll be. So
Okay.
if
So
I'm just
like if
hovering above,
my
you'll get like 20-30% healed probably.
Mhm,
But if I get to like if I just wherever the injury is, if I get to just like straight up punch you there,
mhm.
that's a full heal. That's 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I've got like lung cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to heal my lung.
Sure.
You just compress my chest with your
Yeah.
healing touch until my ribs crack and then I'll be healed. Is that
Well,
about is that a like rough
first you
rough
want to
estimate?
go ahead and give me a blank check.
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Um, and so I can go ahead and fill it in,
Oh,
and
okay. Uh-huh.
then I punch you in the chest, and you'll
Okay.
probably get better. I'll have my assistant give you a good name and account to just wire the money to an account.
Oh,
It's
okay.
offshore,
All right.
so
Okay. All right. And how much do you charge for this special touch
uh,
that you
just
have?
just just 100K for a full
100. Okay.
punch. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
And does that heal everything or just the spot that you punch?
Probably. If you want, I can
Excellent.
guarantee it. I can
Uh,
guarantee anything you want.
okay. Well, as a
Well,
doctor,
yeah,
I would trust that you have my best interest in mind.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hippocratic Oath, right?
Yeah, hypocritical
Is
oath.
that
Yeah,
is
that's right.
excellent.
Yeah,
I'm 100% confident in your abilities of the healing touch.
you should be. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
the healing touch.
Uh-huh.
And if you need a ghost psychoanalyzed, I've got
Mhm,
parapsychology.
mhm,
Um, and I also have a cryptozoology PhD. If
mhm.
you need fictional animals identified, I got you. Just you show me a picture of a fictional animal, and I'll be able to tell you what it is probably.
Where how would you categorize a chicken snake? The
Um,
body of a chicken and the neck and head of a snake.
I'd put it in the dinosaur category probably because like snakes are like lizards and dinosaurs are probably lizards and chickens are like different lizards. So, you know,
Hmm. It
yeah,
sounds like you know what you're talking about.
I'm a doctor. You can trust me.
Yeah. Who is more punk? Dr. Bonet of the Healing Touch
Hmm.
or Dr. Bonet, the cryptozoologist?
Dr. Bonet of the Healing Touch is
Okay.
definitely more punk. Yeah.
Arguments for?
Um, because the ultimate way to heal somebody is usually with a headbutt, which is pretty punk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's Wesley Willis's go-to. Was he a doctor? Was he a graduate of
He
the
was.
Thunderwood College PhD of the Healing Touch?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a fellow
Alumni.
Thunderwoodian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thunderwoodian.
Hmm. Go Thunderwood.
Thunderwoodite.
Sure. Yeah. So
Excellent.
fellow
Excellent.
alma mater. Nice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We both have the sweatshirt. I'm sure they probably sell those somewhere.
Yeah. Do you think that he wrote the what do you call a school song?
Oh yeah. The alma mater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did he write the alma mater
Yeah,
for
he did.
Thunderwood?
Hmm. Yeah.
Thunderwood whips a camel's ass.
Yeah. Hmm.
Rock over London, rock on
On
Chicago.
Chicago. Hmm.
Arby's, different is good.
I thought it was they have the meats.
Well, that is now, but
Oh,
back
okay.
then,
Oh,
different
right.
is good.
Hmm.
In the 90s, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
It's pretty obvious that we're tired as fuck.
Yeah, I say we leave it in.
Hmm.
I think it'll be fun.
All right. So yeah, for the first time in a while, we don't have a guest, but hey, Jerry Bear, is there anything you want to plug before we go? Do you have anything you want to plug?
Um, I don't know. Is there?
I don't know. When's your band playing?
I don't know. We've only had two practices, so
You should
not
be ready to play
anytime
by the
soon.
third. Three practices, you should
Third?
be on stage.
I'll be out
One
of
week
town
after
on the
that.
third.
Yeah.
I'll be out of town on third. I'm apparently doing vocals as well. So that'll be a new
Oh,
challenge for
okay.
me to play bass and scream at the same
Hey,
time.
I mean, I know I
But
don't live in the same town as you, but I volunteer to do vocals,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll do it. Hmm.
Sweet.
I can scream.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, not right now. I probably couldn't, or it wouldn't be a good idea.
We can also do a cover of I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles by the Proclaimers. That is my karaoke go-to, so I got that one
Oh,
on
is it?
lock.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have
it
you
is.
ever listened to any of their other music,
Fuck
their
no.
other songs besides that? I mean, they're Scottish boys. They love to drink and fight.
Yeah,
Almost all of their other songs are about
or
getting
about
drunk and fighting.
actually, yeah, I actually have
Hilarious.
listened to
Yeah.
some of their other songs, yeah, but that's still my go-to. I
Oh
call it
yeah.
the Scottish
It's
national anthem.
it's pretty
So
good. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if
Is
Scotland were to
is
have a national anthem, it should be that song.
is there 500 square miles in Scotland?
Yeah, I think Scotland is maybe about 500 square miles.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
Yeah. All right.
there's
Just
like
checking.
five people who live there, and two of them are the Proclaimers. So.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry to our Scottish listener who might also be in the Proclaimers.
Yeah. I mean, they're brothers. They're
They
probably
are.
both listening.
They are. And
But
that's two-fifths of Scotland right there
on
listening.
only one radio because that's all they have is
That's
a
true.
radio. And
Hmm.
apparently they can get a radio signal of our podcast that is internet only
Right, right.
on
That's
their
that's how it
radio.
works. That's how it works in Scotland, though.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
get radio signal of podcasts. Don't
Yeah.
question it.
It's just how it works.
That's just how it works, man.
Yeah.
Maybe they should
Don't
put it. They
don't
should have put a
question
fucking
it.
dragon on their flag so they'd get better
Yeah.
signals. I don't know. Is that how that
Maybe
works?
maybe we should put a dragon on our podcast.
We should. All right.
All right.
Hey, anyone who can do art who listens to us, go ahead and draw us a Prairie Punk House Companion dragon.
Mhm. Yeah.
What does that mean, you ask? I don't know. Whatever you think it means,
You decide,
you decide. You're the
dear
artist.
dear listener.
I trust you, whoever you are.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I do with my tattoos now. I tell Shay what I want, and then
Hmm.
she just designs it, and it winds up being fucking rad.
It's
Like my
awesome.
battle walrus that I show
Yeah.
you my battle walrus.
Yeah.
See what I did, yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. That
Yep.
is indeed a battle walrus.
It
She did
is.
a great job.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's all right there.
Hmm. It's
Battle Walrus.
there in the name. What else would
Hmm.
it be?
Yeah, everybody go to our website, www.prairiepunkpress.com. Yeah, check out all of our socials. Don't forget to like everything, write reviews, good reviews, and interact with us on social media.
Subscribe to stuff, like
Subscribe to
stuff.
stuff, and smash that bell. Do all the things. Just do them
Those
all.
things that you're supposed to do.
Right. If there's any of our
Patreon,
if there's any of our
coffee.
YouTube videos you haven't liked, just go through. You don't even have to watch the whole thing. Click on it, hit like, move on to the next one.
Mhm.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, just turn it on and go to sleep.
Right? Just let it run. Let the whole playlist run.
I
You
mean,
don't even have to have the
let
volume on. It's fine.
let our dulcet tones
Lull you to
ease you into
sleep.
that slumber,
Mm-hmm. All right.
especially tonight with my voice.
Yeah,
I
with
get
your
ready to
grandma
go
voice.
even lower.
It
I don't
sounds
know
like you
how low I
smoked
can
like
get,
2 packs of
but
cigarettes right before
maybe
you came on today.
sound
Pack of
like a
Camel
goddamn
Crushes.
frog. Camel Crush. Do you remember when they used to just give cigarettes away at
Yeah.
bars?
Yeah. The
There
Camel
was a
usually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Camel
it was a
Crushes
thing.
usually.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
Like you would have cigarette reps go out to bars, usually on Thursday nights, and hand out 2 packs of free cigarettes.
Yep.
That's why
Hmm.
Thursday night was the night to go to a bar.
That's right. It was
Two
wild.
reasons.
Hmm.
Two for ones were
Hmm.
usually Thursdays, and the cigarette reps were out
Yeah.
passing out cigarettes. Good
I
times.
I knew a cigarette rep in Chicago the first time I moved here
Oh,
in
really?
'07. Yeah. And he took me around with him
Hmm.
to go to all the bars.
Hmm.
And it was in a city that is known for public transit and walkability. He
Hmm.
drove everywhere.
Hmm.
And man, he
Well,
was
how
going down
many
like
cigarettes were in his car?
yeah, that's true. He had many cartons of cigarettes, but he would go down like alleyways, going like 40, 50 miles an hour down like an
Jesus
alleyway,
Christ.
like and just like barely paying attention, like turning and talking to me. And I'm just like, oh my God, look at the fucking road. Look at the fucking road. Jesus Christ. And Chicago has much narrower streets than Kansas does.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a terrifying experience.
Shout out to all the cigarette reps that are now unemployed because
Right.
they don't have a job
Yeah.
handing out free cigarettes at bars.
I appreciated all of you when I was a smoker,
Yeah,
uh, but
you you were heroes
you
some
were heroes.
nights.
But also, fuck the tobacco industry.
But yeah,
So,
of course.
still glad I
And
quit.
you used to be able to get a free carton of American spirits too by you like mail something in and say,
Oh yeah.
I'm interested in your product. And they would
Hmm.
say, here's a free carton of American spirits.
Who did we know that smoked Harley Davidson cigarettes? There was somebody who smoked, and they were
Oh, weren't they
nasty. They
called
were
like
just
Black Death or something?
yeah, something like that. They were just
That's fucking
disgusting.
gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember them. They're
Hmm.
terrible.
They sold them at Quick Trip.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's where I always saw
Still?
them.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, they probably do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a
Oh,
Quick Trip in a long
gross.
time, but
Harley
yeah.
Davidson cigarettes.
That's
Jesus
where I
Christ.
remember whoever bought them, I was with them multiple times at the Quick Trip on what is it the one on Washington and
Douglas
Douglas?
and Washington, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to get those Harley Davidson cigarettes. Gross.
Fucking gross.
Yeah.
That's probably one of your weird friends from Opie's or whatever.
Could be. Could have been one of Leahy's friends. Leahy had some weird
Yeah.
friends back then.
Was it Leahy that bought them?
No.
Joking.
It was definitely I think it was one of his friends though, because we
Yeah.
were obviously not 21 yet. So he hung out with this group of people who were over 21 who could buy us
Uh,
booze.
right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the way to do it.
Yep, but they sure were weird. They were some weird fuckers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Maybe we should have Leahy on the show at some point just to
Dude,
talk about the weird,
we
weird fuckers he used to
no.
hang out with.
I really want to have Leahy on
Let's
for
have him on.
many reasons. He would be great to have on
That
the
could be
show.
like a 3 hour episode of just him talking about weird motherfuckers he used to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.